Hi, thanks for joining me. Please begin standing at the top of your mat, crown of head lifted towards the ceiling, and hands in prayer. Keep the collarbones broad. On your next inhale, slowly lift the arms overhead, gaze up, and exhale, slowly bring palms down to heart center. Breathing in and out through the nose. On your inhale, open the arms to bring the shoulder blades together, gaze up, and exhale, round the back, bring hands to heart center, gaze down. On inhale, lift the arms up overhead, gaze up, and exhale, float the arms down to the sides. Inhale, open the arms, bringing shoulder blades together, expanding chest, and exhale, round the back, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, float the arms down to sides. Inhale, open the arms and chest, shoulder blades draw together, and exhale, round the back, curve in, hands to heart center. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, release palms to your sides. Inhale, lift both palms and gaze. Exhale, bend to fold forward from the hips. Inhale, bring hands to shins, lift halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold, head softens to shins. Inhale, slowly rise to standing, lift palms and gaze, look up. Exhale, send palms to heart center. Inhale, lift palms and gaze. Exhale, bend from the hips to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway to a flat back, look ahead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, slowly rise to standing, lift the arms, root through the heels. Exhale, send palms to heart center. Inhale, lift palms and gaze. Exhale, bend to fold forward. Inhale, step back with the right knee, lower down to right knee and tuck the toe. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. Relax the shoulders. Bring the arms behind so the shoulder blades come together behind. And exhale, round forward, palms to the chest. Inhale, open the arms and chest. Exhale, round, bring the palms to the heart center. Inhale, open the arms and chest. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, lift both palms and gaze. Exhale, release both hands to the ground. Curl the back toes under. Lift up to two straight legs. Flatten the back on inhale. Exhale, fold forward over left leg or shin. Be sure to keep the left hip pressed back so hips face forward. If you need to bend the front knee, that's okay. Do bend into the front knee as you step both feet to the top of mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Lift the palms and gaze. Look up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, lift palms and gaze again. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Plant the palms to the ground. Inhale, step back with the left knee. Lower down the left knee, untuck the toe. Inhale, lift both arms skyward. Low lunge. Relaxing the shoulders. Gazing up if balanced, drawing the navel in and up. Exhale, send palms to heart center. Inhale, open the arms, draw shoulder blades together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to open. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, expand the chest, draw shoulder blades together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, release hands to the ground. Curl the back toes under, step up to two straight legs. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Try to keep the right hip pressed back so hips square to the top of the mat or to face forward. Full deep breath through the nose. A bend to the right knee, step both feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, a little bend to the knees as you rise all the way to standing. Lift palms and gaze. Exhale, send them down to heart center. Take a large step back with the right foot into a high lunge. Left knee is bent. Maybe you widen the stance for better balance. And inhale, arms skyward, again relaxing shoulders. On your exhale, bind both hands, all 10 fingers behind the back, or grab opposite elbows. Just softly. Keep pressing through the back right heel. As you release the arms, Release that back foot so it's parallel to the short side of mat, coming to warrior two, gazing over the front left fingers, keeping left knee over the ankle. Keep the arms strong. And straighten the front leg, bring both palms to heart center. One more time, exhale, release both arms to a T, warrior two. And then release that left elbow towards your thigh. Inhale, right arm overhead. You can remain in side angle or release the arm to the ground. Don't worry if you're faced the opposite direction as me. Inhale, both arms up, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel both hands to the top of mat. Turn to face both feet forwards. Two straight legs. Inhale halfway and exhale, fold again over the left leg. And keep the hands to the ground or to the shin. Then that front left leg, step both feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, send palms to heart, called Samastitihi. A large step back with the left foot this time, pressing through the back left heel. Keeping the right knee over the ankle, lifting arms on inhale. High lunge. Steady breath. Make sure you're breathing in the belly. On the exhale, release or bind the arms behind the back, all 10 fingers, or loosely grab each forearm. Keeping a nice broad chest, keeping the crown of head lifted. Having a stretch in the front left hip. And then rotate that back foot so it's parallel to the short side of mat. Open the arms to a T, warrior two. Gaze over the front right hand or fingers. Nice strong arms reaching from front to back, grounding through that back foot, through the outer edge. And then releasing that right arm to right thigh. Inhale, left arm skyward, overhead. If the arm's overhead, make sure the palm is facing down. Again, you can keep the elbow to thigh or connect the hands to the ground. Really try to open the left hip to the ceiling or sky. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Inhale back up to warrior two. Bring palms to heart center, reset. Exhale back to warrior two. And our next exhale, cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat. Bring the back foot to face the top of the mat, two straight legs. Inhale to a flat back and exhale, fold over the right leg or shin. Again, feel free to keep the hands to the shin instead of the ground. You'll bend the right knee, step both feet to the top of mat. Inhale halfway, look ahead. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back to both knees, and bring the body to a 45-degree angle, making sure that the shoulders are over the wrists. And inhale down, exhale, push up, keeping elbows close to the body. Inhale down, exhale, push up. Inhale down, keep elbows close, exhale, push up. Hold for a moment, shoulders over the wrists. And bring the feet skyward and just slowly sink the hips forward, finding a stretch in the fronts of hips, maybe gazing up. And then exhale, release feet to the ground and the bottom to the heels to child's pose or balasana. Leaving the arms out in front, feeling a nice stretch under the arms. If that bothers the shoulders, bring the hands behind you or towards the feet. As you inhale, rise to a tabletop position, keeping the shoulders over the wrists, maybe giving the hands a little stretch. The wrists a stretch. And then lift the right leg towards the ceiling, bending the right knee, gazing up on inhale. Exhale, pulse the right knee in. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, pulse the right knee in. Inhale to lift, and exhale to pulse in. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, pulse into chest or nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale, pulse in. Inhale, lift, look up. and exhale, pulse in round the back. Curl both toes under and hop up to the top of the mat to a wide-legged stance, into a frog position, turning the heels in, the toes out. Or squatting, allowing the bottom to come to the ground, hands into prayer, and using the elbows to separate the inner thighs. Breathing smoothly. Planting the palms to the ground, lifting the tailbone high to a forward fold, grabbing maybe with both hands the opposite elbows, hanging long, letting go of something. Bring hands to shins, lift halfway on inhale, gaze ahead, exhale to fold. Inhale, rise to standing, root through heels, lift the palms overhead. And exhale, bend the knees into a chair pose, pointing the tailbone down. Shift the weight to the right foot, lift the left leg, and find your way into Warrior 3, clasping all of the fingers, releasing the pointers. Slowly rise back up, lifting the left knee to chest. And exhale, kick back, Warrior 3. Bodies parallel to ground, or legs and arm rather, leg and arms. Inhale, lift that left knee back into chest, lifting arms, and exhale, set both feet down, back into chair pose, tailbone points down. Shift the weight into the left foot, lift the right knee, and slowly release that right leg back into Warrior 3, arms coming forward. Keep a small bend in the left knee or standing leg. Inhale, lift that right knee to chest. Keep the belly drawn in and up. And exhale, kick back to Warrior 3. Point the right toes down. Heel flexes or foot flexes away from head. Inhale, lift the knee to chest once more. And exhale, release both feet, chair pose. This time drawing the palms to heart center. Inhale, lift the upper body. And exhale, twist to your right. Bringing the left elbow outside your right knee or thigh. Make sure that both knees are in the same line or are parallel, that one isn't popping forward too much. Trying to keep the hips facing forward. You can keep the hands in prayer or open arms grounding sky. As you exhale, release to a forward fold. Give a few light swings side to side. Return to center, bring hands to shins, lift halfway on inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms into chair pose. Tailbone points down. And exhale, bring palms to heart center. Inhale, lift the upper body or torso, and exhale, cross or twist to your left, bringing the right elbow outside the left thigh or knee. Bring palms to heart center or opening arms to the ground and sky. Again, trying to keep both knees in the same line so that right knee isn't popping forward too much. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, flatten the back. Exhale, step both feet back to the plank position. Just soften down to the knees, shoulders over the wrists, and exhale down to the belly. Hug the elbows into the rib cage to lift up to a low cobra. Inner thighs are engaging. And then slowly exhale back again to child's pose. Maybe flipping the hands up, just feeling a soft release. Relaxing the arms, relaxing the tailbone towards the ground or heels. Noticing the air enter and exit through the nose. Breathing in a positive thought if possible. Exhaling to release. As you inhale, come back up to tabletop position and just make your way into a seat, a cross-legged seat. So from here, you'll keep sort of a half Indian style seat with the right leg connected to the ground, right leg sort of perpendicular to you, picking up the left leg. You'll just soften up the hips, swinging it back and forth a few times. And then place the left ankle over the right knee. So, as much as you can, the ankle over the knee. You'll notice some space between the opposite knee and foot. That's all right. You can sit up straight if you feel enough of a stretch there, or bend forward slightly to increase the stretch that you feel along the sides of the legs or in the IT band. Continue a smooth breath. And slowly, as you sit back up, just lift that left leg, give it a few rocks to soften the hip, and then switch legs, planting that left foot and knee to the ground, sort of perpendicular to body, giving the right hip or leg a few swings before you set the right ankle on top of the left knee. Again, you might sit still, or if you need an extra or more intensified stretch, you can start to fold or bend forward. Make sure you're holding in one place, that you're not bouncing at all. And again, following the breath in and out through the nose. Taking a quiet moment. And as you inhale, again, lift up. You'll just give a few rocks to that right knee or leg, hip, and just rotate the body so you're facing forwards on the mat. And come into boat pose here, keeping the knees bent or legs straight. Where the hands would connect under the knees is where you would release to keep the arms straight and legs straight. Otherwise, knees can stay bent and hands connected. Make sure the low back is nice and firm. The breath is smooth, keeping the breath at an even pace. Inhales equal the length of exhales. As you exhale, release the feet to the ground. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, release the air throughout your mouth, lowering the hands. Bring the soles of feet together. And just start to come into your Baddha Konasana, or wide-legged sort of butterfly pose. Opening the hips, giving a nice stretch to the inner thigh and groin. Allowing the shoulders to relax as your arms or elbows might gently assist the legs towards the ground if you need a bit more stretch. As you come back up, bend the knees, come back up into your boat pose, knees bent or legs straight, arms connected or released. Nice firm low back. A few more equal part breaths. Try to keep the breath long. On the exhale, release the feet to the ground. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release the air throughout the mouth and arms to the ground. Again, bring the soles of feet together, feet close into the groin, and you're folding forwards or using the elbows to assist the inner thigh stretch if that's necessary for you. Be sure to keep the shoulders relaxed, the jaw relaxed. Notice the subtle movement in body. Again, as you inhale, sit back up. One more round of boat pose, keeping the knees bent again or legs straight. If you bent them before, try to straighten them again. Where the hands come underneath the knees is where the arms would release. Make sure the back is firm, body's in a V-like shape. Smooth breath. Notice any shaking, it just means the muscles are working hard. You might notice me shaking a little bit. On the exhale, release the soles of feet to the ground. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sigh the air out the mouth. One more time, bring the soles of feet in towards the groin, widening the knees, and exhale to a fold, again if that's necessary for you. Trying to hold in one place wherever you choose to stay. I'm trying to focus more on pulling the feet into the groin than how far you're folding forwards or moving the legs towards the ground. As you come back up, on inhale, just keep the right knee bent, extend the left leg out. Inhale the right arm skyward and bring it behind the back. And you'll inhale the left arm skyward and bring the left elbow outside the right knee. Be sure the left toes are facing the ceiling or sky to make sure the left leg is long. You're lifting up through crown of head on inhale and exhaling to twist to the right. Drawing navel in and up to spine. As you exhale, rotate or switch sides, releasing back to the center, switching the legs, bending the left knee. Inhaling the left arm skyward, exhaling left hand behind the back, and right arm skyward, and exhaling to twist to your left. Keeping the right toes facing the ceiling or sky. Again, lifting up to the ceiling on inhale, and rotating the torso to the left on exhale. As you exhale, you'll unwind again to face the center, bringing both palms to heart center. Just really allow all 10 fingers and palms to root together. Inhale, lift the arms and gaze up. And exhale, extend the hands away from you as you fold over the legs here into a seated forward fold. Keeping the legs fully connected to the ground, making sure the shoulders are relaxed. Don't worry about how far you can come down. Just hold in the place that you land. As you inhale, lift the upper body up and just scoot the bottom forward a bit to the top of the mat, bringing sit bones to the mat, bending the knees to the chest, lifting the tippy toes off the ground to balance, and just slowly lying the body one vertebra at a time down to the ground. Finding a relaxing position with the legs extended at the end of the mat. And then bend the right knee, bringing it up to the chest, and make a few circles with the right hip, leg, knee, forwards, backwards. And then you'll slowly bring the right knee into the chest and release it back down. Bend the left knee, bring it into the chest, and make a few circles again. The knee, leg, or hip, forwards and backwards. Before bringing the knee to the chest briefly, and then allowing left leg to release back to the ground. Finding a relaxing position to hold. Allowing the body to relax, release, soften. Maybe laying with the eyes open if you like, or allowing the eyelids to feel heavy and begin to close. Noting the parts of body that are also beginning to feel heavy. Taking the next few moments to just allow the breath to come naturally. The body, mind, and muscles to be at ease as best they can. And the body to be supported by your mat or the ground, feeling comfortable in the space that you're in. From here, you might start to deepen the breath, just lengthening the inhale, lengthening the exhale. Very slowly, when you're ready, rise up to a seated position, cross-legged seat if you may, allowing the eyes to remain closed, the shoulders to stay stacked over the hips to create a tall spine, and just taking the quiet moment to reflect on your practice, on yourself, anything you might have learned, what you might take with you. Please bring the palms to heart center and bow the head to the hands. Namaste. All that within me honors and respects all that within you. Thanks for joining me.